Sarah Jane from Access Your True Nature with your Thriving Thursday tidbit. And today I'm outside at a school looking at kids running around and exercising, and women swimming up and down, gymming out, working out in the pool. And like so many of my clients, they treat their body really, really well, but they're still getting sick all the time, minor things sometimes and sometimes major. And maybe you can relate to, no matter what you do, that you're just always tired. And even though you're sleeping and you're taking it easy and that's your default, so many of my clients that I come into contact with, they rest, they're getting a lot of good sleep, and yet they're waking up and they're still feeling exhausted. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but I'm going to be diving in today and talking a little bit about your nervous system. Maybe the word sluggish, sore, or foggy in the brain is something that's coming up for you. And I hear this all the time, people saying that they've got brain fog, that they just feel off and they just don't have that oomph or a nice flow in their body. Maybe they're achy, and maybe this is you. Maybe your emotions are getting the best of you, and perhaps you're overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed, and that just seems to be your new normal. And by that I mean that there are things that are kind of just taking you out of the immediate moment, and you're just feeling things too much or too often. Or maybe you're a master at storing your emotions and you're not expressing in a healthy way. So if this is you, I know it's sometimes hard to admit that. And this is just part of the culture of a fast-track life where we're not resting, we're not listening to our impulses, or slowing down and really taking time to get underneath the feeling and in touch with our emotions. And this is paying a big price on our biology and our physiology, on our immune system, on our relationships, and how we heal. So emotions are really important. Maybe you're struggling with bigger stuff. Maybe you're might be a little morbid, but the truth is that a lot of time people that I'm dealing with have chronic health problems. They're already diagnosed with things like chronic anxiety, depression, fear. Maybe that's part of your everyday life and it's just become your new norm. And I'd even throw in there things like digestive problems, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, hives. Maybe you're having intolerances to food, and maybe you're just feeling really stuck in your life, and you're finding it really hard to shift and change out of that. And this all comes down to what I want to talk about today. And a lot of you already know that I'm an expert on the nervous system and early childhood experiences that are creating the stress responses that you have today. So take a breath and just know that you're in the right place if you're interested in getting to the root cause of what's causing your problems right now. And this is not just me talking about this. Many prominent psychiatrists, psychologists, medical doctors who are at the forefront of looking at the human body, things called the nervous system, epigenetics, genetics, autoimmune conditions, healing from trauma, and the gut microbiome, which are all part of body-mind healing. And we're really starting to understand that these elements, these ways to change it are in your reach. And it's totally possible with the right kind of support and the right kind of prevention. This is really going to help you. I don't want you to have to wait until you're in having a body breakdown or on your last legs or on adrenal burnout before you actually start to pay attention to what your body is telling you. Don't wait, please. Don't wait until you've had a heart attack or you have cancer or a really scary diagnosis before you actually start to take your medicine back. And I know that the body is capable of massive change, And it's really great if you can get to the root cause, in and under all of this places of not looking at prevention rather than cure. So take a nice deep breath, and just know that you didn't get this way overnight. It's taken you decades for some of us to get to the point where you are feeling this way. And I've been in this field for the last 16 years. I'm turning 50 this year. And, you know, I had a chronic health breakdown before I actually started to get into this work and realized that my diagnosis wasn't a death sentence. And what I'm seeing with my students and my clients, when they put this stuff into practice, they become their own medicine. They become their best prescription for a happy, healthy life. And, you know, there's a place for Western medicine. There's a place for invasive surgery. There's a time for emergency medicine. But what we really want to look at here is not having to turn to SSRIs or drugs or invasive surgery before you actually start to take your health back.